Good morning. Pamoja. Sasa. You are very ready for Wednesday. Ama Tuesday.
Oh, by the way.
Nataka kupigia tu nikasema acha
Sasa itabidi ufunzie kwa ofisi yako. Utasumbua. Sawa, utafunzia hapa basi.
uko na class.
Acha nikusetie tu nikuachie hapa. Acha tu nikusetie.
Nitumie yako.
Na utatumia yako.
Uko na mbili nisaidie.
Hii kuna Domitila nimemsetia nafaa join. Sasa nitumie ni set yako ujoin na laptop yako. Sijui nilisahau aje. Sasa Domitila nini? Umefanyaje? Basi ni hame nema laptop zangu.
Sasa nimefikia ukapata tayari umeona watoto nimeona wakinipigia.
Wacha ni create for alafu nikutumie.
Sasa
Set kitu hapa. Set kwanza. Bali ya Nairobi. Hapo hivyo.
Hii ni yangu sikutatuiza hii.
Hapo na bwana.
what do you say? Suicide too. Why you use the password? Type hapo. Nimeandika username. Yes, type. itakuumiza wapi? Hizi shida yako. Yaani it's so hard for you to type, unataka usave. Unatumia hii ya juu. Kama hiyo ya juu iko na error, una type mwenyewe tu. Register namba yako ni hiyo ndio tuna type. Una type nini hapo? Sasa usiniambie kitu una type. Type unauliza nini? Hiyo ndio tuna type hapo. Nionyeshe hivi kwanza. Hiyo ndio tuna type. Type ukiniambia kitu una type.
Vijana wa Nepal wanatumia script yao ikawaka. Vijana wa Nepal.
Yetu ilitumbua.
Yaani yetu ni kama kuna vijana wanakula pesa hapa.
Registration number ni hiyo ndio kitu unatype hapo. Najua usiponipatia registration number vizuri nitatupa nje uende uniletee hii karatasi. This also 0 nataka uniambie registration number yako. Lazima nitakwambia uende uniletee nini. I don't know how hard it is for you to tell me your registration number. Jina Joe Msunda. Ndugu mai login. Nilikuwa natumia na alafu niseme nianze kulogin kaka. Ulikuwa unatumia link last year facility. Umesema BCO. So 0023. Ndio kabisa. Login. Ndio registration number information. Niambie registration number yako. Imeisha. Unajua hapa nataka unajua nikikii niwe kitu naambia EDF 98 haitaniweka. Something back. Na niambie. You login na registration number.
Hello, doctor.
Ndio correct.
Dr. Domitingas.
Login with the registration number.
Hello, Dr. Domitingas.
Ndio. Somea registration number. Ina stroke. Somea registration number. Soma yote.
Dr. Domitila, good morning.
Jina. How are you, younger?
Hello.
How are you, mamas?
Good morning, Doc.
TikTok. Sort out issue yako. Sort out issue yako. Bwana sort out issues zako mapema. Login. Sort out issues zako mapema. Hawa mukulai nzakata por shwenye para sort out chama. Para sort out issues mapema. Sema lakini bado kuna time. Sema nilikuwa nimeambiwa ni hiyo peke yake tu bado. Leo vitu hiyo tuliforward. Okay, poa.
Hello, Dr. Domitila.
Mimi niko kwa meeting. Aongee kuhusu hiyo. Naita daktari bwana. Kazi yako ilipata. Kesha. Sasa tuna maana. Nionyeshe. Au mko nje ingieni. Mama hapa sema shida yako. Waje. Nionyeshe. Sema shida yako. Login weka registration number yako in small letters. Username na password. Nionyeshe. Shida yako. Kuna hiyo. Nionyeshe. Login using your registration number in small letters. For username na pia kwa password. Naambia registration number yako. Ndio kitu na type hapo. Niambie kitu yenye na
Hello.
Umetype EDA 0036.
Hello.
Aenda wakwambia registration number yako ndio. Kama hujui registration number yako. Wewe sema registration number yako. Hiyo ndio registration number yako. Songa kando. Ambia registration number yako. Atashinda hapa tukiongea kitu moja tukisumbana hivi. Kama unaona ni ngumu sana, kama unajua umejitengenezea registration number yako, enda waambie registrar atoe vitu ya upuzi nyati anawaitia ile maneno. Wewe bwana mlio si umelogin tu sasa hivi 36 seconds unaweza ona uko login.
Sasa hivi kwanza hata mimi naona
Usikimbie tu huku.
nikimbie kwa Ivan.
Ukienda wapi? Mimi naweza ona ukilogin naona. Nimesearch tu. Naona tayari uko ndani. Wewe unakimbia unasema same. Kwa kitu kama same. Hizi ni machines, hizi gadgets hizi. Wakati mwingine unaipatia time kidogo. Naangalia unaipatia time kidogo. Wengine unafinya hivi, hata net yako iko chini, unafinya mpaka hata inachanganyikiwa. Uende uchange password. Tunaonyesha uchange password ndio. Uende uchange password. Usiingie na same thing every now and then. Kama shida yako. Wajala umelogin 19 hours. Jana ulogin. Ulogin kutumia nini? Si ulogin. Ulogin lakini ulilogin ikaingia. Ulogin aje. Si uliweka registration number yako, si uweke. Login. Login lazima ni utoke hapo.
Kuna link nimekutumia kwa email, angalia hiyo link alafu ndio
registration number yako. 0 Ulichange password ukaweka nini? Kosgate. Ni confirm password lakini ukiweka. Weka registration number yako. Weka registration number yako.
Nakuja tuconnect kidogo.
Tajiri. Poa. Karanga mimi kwa mayai.
Nakuja.
Hapa katuna mayai. Okay. Shidi kwa hapo ndio ulikuwa kwanza kuingia hapo wenzako wameanza. Ukisubmit iko wapi assignment? Iko wapi? Assignment ya unit gani? Nani kalia huko kazi? Assignment ya unit gani? Si general kwa hiyo course. General kwa course yenyewe. Iko wapi? Ngoja computing ni wapi?
Yes. Share your screen.
Uliza wenzako mahali wakati.
Just to
Jana hata class tuli explain procedure yote ya kulogin kwa portal wanasumbua.
kidogo daktari nakuja. Kidogo tu.
Hazizisha. Shida ni hata katika class, kila class tuna explain hiyo procedure kwa kila class. Alafu nyingine ni hiyo vitu nyingine unaweza uliza tu hata
Na huko sifani.
lazima wakimbia bwana wakuje. Yaani bado wako na ile kasumba ya high school. Ya kwenye hataki kunini. Yaani hawataki kushare ile ya kukimbia direct kwa mwalimu.
Mwalimu ndio anajua.
Na hizo unajua kukujanga hivyo wengi. Tunatoa nje tunapeana mwanafunzi mmoja hapo. Sasa ulikuwa na hiyo iko yako. Unaenda ufunze na mwanafunzi mwenzako. Sasa ameniambia hawezi login. Maangalia amelogin. Baadaye tena issue nyingine inatokelezea. Hawajisioni kati.
Ama wafanye hivi.
Hapana, hata si kati. Ni nini tu. Exercise. Kati bado. Kati bado utaingia na unaanza kati. Kwa tu mazoezi tu kutembea tembea kwa hata zile zingine zilihandaliwa. Kuja nikapata na kasikia wakiongea. Lakini sasa mimi ni check kwa mfano. Nikakwambia ni bora ni check ni confirm. So inategemea sana kama approach mimi ama yeye ndio utume list. Ni siwezi tuma tu before ni ndio na wale wengine vizuri. Unaweza kumuuliza yeye hapa. Kwa hiyo wengine pia lazima ufungue portal yako uende kama hiyo. Ni bani yako. Ni bani yako. Unit gani?
Hebu share notes Dr. Domitila. Utanimaliza na facilitate classes mbili atego.
Ni yangu busy.
Utanimaliza. Utanimaliza bwana mimi.
Ilikuwa kati ya mwaka gani?
Ndio wasajili.
Which year? Hiyo mwaka. Unaona kuna
Okay, Dr. Kenneth, you can start your learn on air.
Hii mwaka.
Let me check how many students have joined.
Kuangalia kwa e-learning hapa. So I just proceed. Na hawezi kujoin nikaona kama wamejoin.
Nakutumia link join na simu. Nakutumia link join na simu so that you can check whatever they are joining from YouTube.
Okay.
Nakutumia link ya YouTube sasa.
Okay.
Copy. Kuna fikiria stemfanya. Jina nako kwa hii class. Kibabii University ila sikuingia 2024. Hapa ndio sijui. Dr. Domitila, I think if we can see your screen, just try to enlarge a bit and start off. Just unmute. Unmute.
Yeah, 2025.
Yes. Uko sawa? Uko sawa? Kuna link nimekutumia na simu. Hebu fungua hiyo link nimekutumia na simu.
Mark D. Wekesa. Have I succeeded in sharing?
Yes, we have seen you are sharing the course outcome.
Are you seeing?
Yes, I'm seeing. I'm seeing from my side.
Tukanasa kalipota. Na sioni mwanafunzi mwingine mwenye amejoin.
Lakini kaya nipate.
Funga hiyo microphone kwanza sana.
So e-learning na yes.
Dr. Domitila. Natumia e-learning na Odell.
Enrollment clear? Enrollment clear nini specifically? Keti hapo. Enrollment clear? Hakuna stock? Yeah. There's no problem. Sili enroll at that time. Siko hapo. System society iko hapo. There's no problem. You are accessing the same material. Hiyo key ni kusaidia tu wewe ukija hapo upate kuna padlock wamebadilisha na uko na hiyo kifungu na ufungue uingie. Na mwingine akuja na ile padlock ilikuwa kitambo na afungua ingie. Wote mko pale. So long as inaapia hapo, ni ya kusaidia tu ikuje hapo. Atulega stroke. Jana enroll alafu enroll. Shika simu hivi, finya hiyo state society. Ndio orientation simu ikae hivi. Hivi. Weka hapo.
Good morning.
Screen kwanza.
Hello.
Daktari Domtila, kindly continue.
Hapo kwa 3 dots ama hapo kwa
Yes, good morning. Now, this is EPM 411. I hope, Mark Dean, the students are getting me.
Yes.
I hope they are getting me.
Yes, continue.
I'm using my laptop and I'm seeing the screen on the phone too. So whichever, I can see my laptop communicating. So if I'm getting on, yes, thank you very much. Somebody has responded. So we have the course outline with us. This is the work we are expected to cover. This is the work that we are expected to cover in 16 or 12 weeks. I don't know the duration. We have up to 12 topics. We have up to 12 topics. It's quite an immense work. And unless we work hard and unless we work smart, we are not going to complete the course that is ahead of us. So first, before we start doing anything, let me run through the course and I make sure that my students are with me. The objectives of this course is after you've completed the course, those are the 13 weeks or the 12 weeks, you should be able to explain the procedures in administration. All of you are going to be administrators. You are supposed to understand the leadership styles. You are also supposed to know the legal provisions for education in Kenya. You are supposed to know when education started in Kenya and the papers that actually make us understand the issues that are concerned with education. You are also supposed to be able to know how to account, how to plan for the school, how to account for the money that is going to be collected or received by you from the Ministry of Education, and finally, the procurement procedures. So those are the objectives. We are supposed to complete that at the course, at the end of the course. Then we have definition of terms, which I will not explain. We have administrative and management theories, which we are going to go through. We have administrative processes. We have issues concerning motivation in school, leadership in school, legal basis in administration in school. You look at different commissions, notices, papers, and all other functions of the Ministry of Education that assist in running education in Kenya. You will also be able to look at management of personnel. It's very important. You are going to employ. How do you manage students in schools? You will also look at secondary school administration, management of school finances, stores management, and finally, change and management of change. Those are the things that you will be expected to know at the end of the course. So from there, I think, comrades, you are now in. I think you are now in. Let's go straight to what we are supposed to cover today. Let's go to what we are supposed to cover today. I have a few slides with me. I can see my number growing. I can see my number growing. My number is growing. People are still getting in or joining. As we wait, we are giving them at least 3 minutes. So we kick off our lesson at exactly 11:12. And I'm going to be very precise. I understand the economy. I understand you are using money to listen to me. So I will make sure I run through the work that I'm supposed to in the shortest time possible. Kindly, sir, are you seeing my PowerPoint? I'm through with the course outline.
No, stop sharing the course outline.
I have opened my PowerPoint.
Stop sharing
I
the course
hope
outline.
you are assisting the students to understand what is happening. I'm slightly far from where you are, so you will continue assisting where necessary. And where people are not getting me, kindly, may I also know so that I don't talk to myself. I should not be talking to myself. I'm not seeing anybody, and I should not talk to myself. The course is given. It is a course for managers. It is given and it's a course for managers, and all of you are managers, because the moment you become a teacher, it is the springboard. From teaching, you can join any managerial position because you are equipped with all the necessary skills that a manager is supposed to have. So can we go to our first slide, kindly? 1 minute to time. I show my first slide.
Hello, Dr.
My first slide is on the screen. My first slide is on the screen, and we must look at the terms. We must understand these terms the way they are used. We must understand the terms, definition, and meaning of terms. The first term that we are looking at is administration. What do we mean by administration? What do we mean by administration? Here, I have given quite a number of points on what we are supposed to refer to as administration. There is guiding, there is directing, there is controlling, then activities that take place. For example, in institutions, we must have an administrator. It is the administrator to oversee. It is the administrator to give what is supposed to be done. And it's the administrator to limit the people on how far they're supposed to go. It's the administrator to limit the people on how far they're supposed to go. So unless we are controlled, we cannot actually achieve. Each person could be doing his or her own activity, but in the end, we may not achieve unless we are given a scope. You are supposed to do 1, 2, 3 up to here. So that is the controlling aspect. So this implies the administrator need to guiding, directing, and controlling people and their activities. What is the administrator supposed to do? Number 1, to make goals of organizations clear. Yes.
Message, una share course outline. You should stop sharing course outline and allow to share your slides.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir, for that. I think I have stopped sharing the course outline. Is that now okay?
Yes, it's okay now. Just increase the font, zoom a bit.
So I had started, sorry for that technical hitch, but thank you very much also for assisting me locate where I'm supposed to be and where my students are. Now, I was talking about administration. What do we mean by administration? And you will never miss such terms. You will never miss such terms. They're always available. Such terms are always available, so you will never miss them. You will hardly miss such terms, like what is administration I had said is the guiding, directing, and controlling people. So unless people are controlled, you cannot achieve, because each one will be doing to his or her own extent. So how are you going to do, or how are you going to make it? How are you going to control people? How are you going to guide people? How are you going to direct people? Through setting goals. You must set goals. You must set goals. You must coordinate people and their activities. You must be able to insert relevant ideas, the ideas that are going to build the organization. You must be able to plan and control, supervise activities in the institution. In Kibabii University, we have the administration dealing with all these things that I'm talking about. Then you must analyze the problems in the institution. If you don't analyze the problems and react to them, they escalate and become disasters. For example, if we don't listen to students, they will be dissatisfied with what we are doing. If we listen to them, respond to their grievances, then they are going to do their work well. And then also make relevant decisions for the organization. An organization must have relevant decisions that enhance growth, decisions that allow people to participate, decisions that make others feel surely we are part and parcel of the community. Then the second one, we look at management. Management, I hope it's coming. Management. Administration came easily. I'm waiting for management also to appear on the screen that you people have. Mark D, I hope they're seeing management. If they're not seeing, they're listening. Thank you very much. So what do we mean by management? Who is a manager? Yes?
Ndakusumbua kidogo, jaribu kuzoom out kidogo.
Ni zoom?
Just
adjust,
yeah.
Let me zoom kindly.
Yeah, asante.
That's okay. So I was talking about management. What do we mean by management? Who is a manager? So when we talk of management, we are simply referring to working with both human and material resources. A manager oversees or looks after the human being and the materials that are going to be used by the organization to achieve the set goals. For example, in schools, we have managers. I'm one of the managers in a school. I'm not an administrator. We only come in to oversee. Does the school have enough teachers? Does the school have the principal? Does the school have enough resource materials that are going to assist students to achieve what they're expected to? So a manager is different from an administrator. And an administrator guides day-to-day activities and controls. but a manager oversees. He looks after the availability of these things to enable the administrator to do his work. So I have a few points on management. He ensures that there is a structure. He must identify and motivate people. People must have goodwill in the institution. People must feel safe. Teachers must be safe. Students must be safe. Lecturers must be safe. Job security, they're assured. There is also the issue of understanding the relationships among members. How do people relate to each other? Do we have superior human beings in the institution frustrating others? Do we treat each other equally? Then we also need coordinators to coordinate all personnel and activities. The manager has that role to strive for cooperation from all members. An administrator is always with people daily. They can clash, but a manager is not with the people daily. So the manager will assist in bringing in the aspect of cooperation. They supervise and evaluate. When we look at our VC, he acts like a manager. He oversees, he listens, but we have other structures that deal with the students and the members of staff on day-to-day activities. So you can see those points are there, they are very clear. You can understand them easily. I'm only skimming through. Then we have the third one as something that we are supposed also to look at, that is a social. Which means we are through with, that is number 4. Number 4, slide number 4. Slide number 4. Assist us reach number 4, kindly. Number 4. Number 4, we have social organization. Social organization. Social organization, that is number 4. Social organization. After zooming so much, I'm not also able to see the titles. Let me reduce. Yes, up to there. Social organization. When we talk of social, when human beings are in a place, the social aspect must exist, because these people must interact. People must meet each other. People must greet. People must eat. People must share issues. People behave as human. Even animals are social animals. Even animals are social. You will find they stay in a group. You can't expect a lion to stay with giraffes. Giraffes will have their own setup. Gazelles will have their own setup. They have their own socialization aspects. So as in organizations, we also have the social aspect. So an institution as a social organization, how does it behave? How does it behave? The institution has brought together people from different groups. For example, in Kibabii, we are from different setups. People are all over. They have come from all over the country, some even from diaspora, and they're in Kibabii. So when we come to Kibabii, or when we come to Bungoma, we become social animals. Why are we becoming social animals? We must interact. We must make a home away from home. We cannot depend on ourselves. We shall need the community for supply of foods. We need the community for transport. We need the community for small things. Then the institution, inside the institution, we also need each other. We need lecturers. Lecturers need students. Students need technicians. Technicians need medics. Medics need patients. So we create a home, and that is what we are calling social organization. So in a social organization, there is a system. What is the meaning of a system? It is a set of interdependent or interrelated parts working towards achieving a common purpose. That one, if we were in class, I could have drawn. It is a set of interdependent. Look at your alimentary canal system. Look at it. It is a set of interrelated parts. There is the mouth, there is the throat, there is the stomach. There are the intestines. Each one has a part to play. Look at the physical part of your body. There is the head, the limbs, hands and legs. We have the abdomen. Each part is related to each other, and there is no way the head can function without the hands. There is no way the eyes can say, I can walk on my own. The eyes need the head. The head needs the neck. The neck needs the trunk. The trunk needs the limbs. So these are things that cannot be separated. So in a system, there is no way you can delink yourself and achieve any purpose. You must work together. In education, like we are 4th years, all of us are working towards a common goal, and the common goal is to graduate next year. Next year, we must move out of Kibabii. How are you going to move out of Kibabii? Look at the courses in 4th year. It is a system. There are sets. It is a set. You must pass 411. You must pass 423. You must pass PSYSG, I don't know what. You must pass, you must pass, you must pass. All of them are related. So when we talk of an organization as a social system, then it means we are related in one aspect or the other. So ensure adequate use of available resources. Schools need an effective administration and management, very effective. Schools have run out of resources because the managers are not effective. The administrators are not effective. So things are done their own way. Then after a short time, they run out of resources and they send students home. They say there is no food, you can go home. So that is the problem with administration and management. For failing to incorporate these other people to work together, to know where they're going to have shortfalls, to minimize so that they can achieve the common purpose, the common goal, and that is seeing through students in term 3. So those points are there, you can read: encouraging hard work and productivity, uniting people as they work and share resources, developing a relaxed and healthy working environment, creating a good impression of the expression of the institution. All these things enable us stay in an organization as social animals. We are social. We cannot, the administration cannot delink from the management, and the management cannot delink from the customers, and the customers cannot delink from the community. Each one is associated with each other. So much on that. Can we go now to number 3? So much on that. We go to number 3, and before we go to that, I will give you a few issues here that are not on the PowerPoint, still on number 1 and 2. On number 1 and 2, there is something that I want you people to know. How do we apply administration and management in a school setup? Can you write that as a question? How do we apply or application of administration and management in a school setup? How do we do it? After getting the definition, how do we do it? How do we apply? Number 1, we must organize teaching and learning. We must organize teaching and learning. That's the first point. Then the next point, we must have schemes of work. That is in a school perspective. How do we, that is a question which you could have answered on your own, but I'm giving you a hint on how such a question should be answered. You must be able to plan. Planning means getting the scheme of work, getting the lesson plan, getting the books that will be used during the lesson. Then there is also the issue of preparing of reports. We are going out to meet the CBC. There is a lot of reporting. So we must be able to make reports. And these reports are supposed to be given to the parents so that they know how their children are moving on. We must be able to prepare reports. We must also keep and maintain learners' records. We must be able to keep and maintain learners' records. What are these learners' records? What are these learners' records? We have the register, the class register. We have the mark list showing the performance of the student. So those are some of the things that are supposed to be given or kept by the teacher. How do you apply administration and management in a school setup? As we are looking at the theories, we should be able to apply them in a school setup, because when an exam is set or when you go out, you are not going with the classical theories, no. You are going to meet people in a school, and these are the things they would expect you to know. Then there is the issue of staffing and recruitment of teachers. You should be able to look at the staffing and the recruitment of teachers, including non-teaching staff. In administration and management, a manager should be able to balance. They should be able to make sure that there is a proper staffing in the school. How are we going to have proper staffing? Through recruitment, so that teachers can have enough work that they can do, not too much. You only need enough so that you are productive. Then there is the issue of handouts, preparing for handbooks and newsletters. Some schools have advanced so much that they make newsletters which are even sold. In Kibabii, we have newsletters. We sell newsletters to first years when they open. And you should also, as a manager, be able to budget in the school, make a budget. A manager and administrators should come together and make a good budget which would run the school for that particular time. You should be able to run the school. You should be able to, that is the work of an administrator. How do you apply that in a school setup? I have said, organize the teaching as an administrator. As an administrator, you should be able to prepare reports which are given to parents. You should be able to maintain learners' records. I've explained that. And should be able to look at the staffing. As an administrator, you look at the staffing. You should also be able to give updates on the school. How is the school performing? Now, you become a manager. That is the role that the administrator is playing. Now, when you talk of a manager, what is the manager going to do? Before we go to these management theories, what are you going to do as a manager? What is your expectation? You must be able to be goal-oriented. You must be goal-oriented. There are people who are not goal-oriented. There are people who work on things that are not taking. Leaving Kibabii to town, that is Kandui. You are leaving Kibabii, you are going to Kandui. You cannot pass through Mayanja. That is just another route. You will be looking for other things. You must be goal-oriented. You set the goal, you achieve. You set goals for the institution and should be able to achieve. That is the work of a manager. Then what else are you supposed to do? Physical and aspect, those are the facilities, and the financial aspect. You cannot set goals that you cannot achieve. You set, you try to achieve, but you can't say, this year we are going to buy a school bus for the school. We are going to buy. You will set the process of buying the school bus, and it will be achieved in 4 years, because the Form 1s will start, the Form 2 next year, the following year, raising resources to buy a school bus. But you can't tell parents that this year we must buy a bus and every parent must bring 50,000. Now from where? These are things that are done gradually. So you must integrate the human, the physical, and the financial resources carefully. Number 3 on management. Who is a manager? What are you supposed to do? Management is a continuous process. It's something that continues. You can't achieve in a day. An administrator can achieve his goal today. Today, I want this work done. And you check it is done. But a manager would say, if possible, by the end of this week, or by the end of this month, or by the end of this semester, we are supposed to have achieved this. Then now you make a follow-up. So much on that. Can we come to theories? Can we come to theories of management? We have management theories. Now, these management theories were developed during the Industrial Revolution. We have historians here. Industrial Revolution, people were working. People were exposed to harsh environment. Machines had not actually been incorporated. People were supposed to work as machines. People were supposed to achieve what they're not able to. By force, you will achieve. There were no means to make work easier. Like today, I'm teaching, you don't know where I am. Nobody knows where I am, but I am in class. I am in class. I have my audience. I don't know how many you are. This time, the way we are teaching is completely different from what we've been doing because the class is just too large. So when we talk of during Industrial Revolution, industries had just started and manpower had not been trained and people were put in positions to work as machines. People were treated unfairly. People were exposed to very harsh environments. So the first group we are going to look at are the classical theories. We have the classical theories. There are supposed to be 3. We have classical theories, we have scientific management theories, and we have the administrative theories. So we are going to look at them. These theories are supposed to be looked at by you and me and know when we are going to apply them, because there is no way we shall miss the theories. We have the classical theories, behavioral management theories, and then we have the administrative. So under scientific management, classical theories have said we have scientific management, administrative management, and bureaucratic management. Those are the 3 theories that fall under classical theories. So the first theory that we are looking at is the scientific management, which has just come on the screen, the scientific management. And who is the proponent of scientific management? We have this man, Frederick Taylor. Frederick Taylor is the proponent of the scientific management. And this man lived from 1856 to 1915. 1856 to 1915. Now, he attempted using a scientific approach for improving operations. He wanted to use scientific approach, and those of you who are doing science, you should be able to know what is the scientific approach, as I will explain. He emphasized incentives, making employees perform. He wanted to use incentives to make employees perform. If you do this, then somebody will do this. If you do this, somebody will do this. He believed that managers could solve these problems by developing a science of management based on the following principles. He had principles. He had principles in mind. If somebody follows the principles, then he is supposed to be performing well. If managers applied his principles, then they were supposed to make a human being work. What was the principle number one? Principle number one was to select workers and train them to perform the task by using scientific developed methods. You train somebody and make him work. You train an individual and make him do the work. Number two, he wanted to cooperate workers fully to cooperate. Workers to cooperate with the method. You cooperate with the method. Bringing the slide. I explain first before I bring the slide. You cooperate to achieve the task. And he was very harsh. You are supposed to work without stopping. When you bend working, you remain in that position until you achieve the work. So people were supposed to be divided into smaller groups and they are given tasks which they must finish. The work that you've been given, you must complete. If you don't complete, then you will not be paid. Look at how harsh it was. Supposing you fell sick, supposing you became sick, you are supposed to complete the task before you are paid. You are supposed to complete the task before you are paid. So he pioneered a method known as the time and motion study. Time and motion study, that is exactly what he developed. And I have explained the breaking down of jobs into smaller portions or elements. Then somebody is assessed on how your hands are moving. If your hands are picking and throwing, picking stones, you remain in that position up to the end. You are not supposed to stop. If you stopped, then you are not supposed to be paid that particular day. What was the criticism? How did he fail? Tyler took a narrow view of administrative behavior. He took a narrow view. What was the narrow view that he took? He concentrated on the physical and ignored the psychological and sociological aspect. He only looked at the physiological, how the hands are moving. Supposing the hand is moving and I'm not working. Supposing I'm bent and I'm not working. He forgot the issue of motivation. He ignored issues concerning motivation. He ignored issues concerning how this person feels. He ignored the aspect of socialization. And I've explained socialization is talking to somebody. You can be working, then you pause and talk to your neighbor and say, na leo kazi ni ngumu, hey. Ama leo nauma na kichwa. He did not expect such things to happen. So focus on principles that can be used by managers to coordinate. We come to the second one. I will give you the notes. The notes will be on the learning management system. That was the scientific management. Can we come to administrative management theory, kindly? Administrative management theory, kindly. The scientific management is for Tyler. Administrative management is for Fayol, Henry Fayol. Those are different people. Administrative, anything, when you talk of administrative, you are looking at Henry Fayol. Fayol lived from 1841 to 1925. Now, Fayol was different. While this one introduced scientific management, this one focused on principles. Which principle can help a manager to assist the workers? How do I do it? How will a manager work How will a manager deal with the people? How will a manager assist in the institution to achieve the expected goal? So for him, he advocated for 3 principles to effectiveness. There are 3 principles to effect. If you want to be very effective, there are 3 principles. The first one is division of labor. You divide the labor. Let those who have a skill in photography, let those who have a skill in housekeeping, let those who have this, that one was there. Then the span of control. The workers were to be supervised. You cannot supervise 1,000 people. Like I'm supervising 1,000 students. I don't know. I am happy I have Mark D with me. We are working together to see to it that actually we achieve what we want. Then there was the principle of homogeneity of positions. So this man came up with 14. He defined the major managerial function and activities, and he came up with 14 issues that are supposed to be done. There are 14 issues. But before we come to the 14 issues, first we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 major aspects. The 5 major aspects will lead us to the 14. The 5 major aspects will enable us reach the 14. So the first one is planning. You must plan. These are the 6 major ones. You must have a plan of what you are going to do. Number 2, you must organize. There is the aspect of organizing. Then there is number 3, the aspect of commanding. You must command. Make staff do the work. Let people do the work. Number 4, you must coordinate. Make sure there is coordination of activities. Then number 5, there is controlling. Those are the major managerial functions or activities that Fayol came up with. Now, after getting the 5 major ones, now from the 5 we come to 14. The major 5 are subdivided or split into 14 manageable activities, and the first one is division of labor. In any examination, we always ask you to give 14. But before we ask you for the 14, we ask you for major managerial function. The major ones are 5. Then now, from the 5, he split into 14. So the major ones are planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. Those are the major 5. Then from the major 5, Fayol developed 14 management principles. From the major 5 managerial functions, the 5 are managerial functions, he developed 14 management principles. Now the 14 are principles. Please, comrades, don't get confused. The 5 are functions, managerial functions. Then the 14 are the principles. So the principles are here. There are quite a number. There is division of labor, authority with the responsibility. We have, yours are on the screen. Mine are on a handout, so they're the same. 14. We have discipline. We have unit of command. That is having single command, one person to give the command. Yes?
Are you sharing my screen or maybe just a theory?
I'm sharing.
Not really. Try to share.
I've not shared. From which slide?
I don't know. You are lost some 5 minutes ago.
I got lost 5 minutes ago. Let me share. Maybe the network disappeared. I could be talking alone. What happened? They disappeared.
Share your screen again.
Brayo. Ambia dadia kuja nisaidie hapa. Hii vitu imepotea tena. Ambia dadia kuja nisaidie, imepotea tena. Mark D, can you mute me? Somebody wants to assist me. Mute me first.
With the registration number is
Mute me first.
Hello, daktari. Poa sana. Yes. For 14 sawa. Acha nianga. Sawa sawa. Sawa itu. Karibu. Ndio kama uendelee tu because of time. Just unmute. Just continue telling them that you shall share the notes on the e-learning portal later. Just unmute and continue. Daktari, you can unmute now. Can unmute and continue.
Are you seeing? Mark D. Using this one.
Doctor, you can continue now.
Hello, are you seeing the screen?
Yes.
Are you seeing the screen?
Yes.
Hello. Because of time, let me continue, but I will, in case you've actually not seen, then we shall share the notes on the e-learning, on the e-management system, we shall share the notes. If actually we are not together, we shall share notes, but I wanted to make the explanation first. I can see people are saying yes, oh, they are seeing. Yes, we are seeing. Thank you very much for that. It is sometimes a technical error, which some of us have no control because you don't know where I am. I could be in a bush, seated under a tree. So we were looking at the 14 principles of Henry Fayol, and I had told you that the principles are completely different from the 5 functions. The 5 functions, managerial functions, are different from the 14 principles. So kindly, sorry for not being visible. Sometimes my screen is full, so I feel I'm with you when I actually had left you in a bus station waiting for a train. It will never come. So I had mentioned the division of labor, responsibility and authority, discipline, unity of command, unit of direction, etc., fair remuneration, remember, one direction, that is unit of direction. We have centralization and decentralization. We have centralization and decentralization. We have subordination of individual interests, to hata hii ingine hata mimi sijui ilitoka wapi. Anyway, let me continue. Sitaki kumaliza wakati. What is important is, are you getting what I'm saying? Everything, there was order. Order is one of them. There is scholar chain. There is scholar chain. What do we mean by scholar chain? Somebody to tell me what we mean by scholar chain. Scholar chain, what do we mean by scholar chain? That is optimum relationship between superiors and subordinates. Optimum relationship between superiors and subordinates. That is where we have the hierarchy. Things are arranged. You can't come from a class rep, then you go to the VC. From a class rep, you are likely to see the academic rep. Maybe you see your course lecturer. Maybe you see your COD. You come to the dean. Before issues are taken to the VC, there is the registrar academics. Then from the registrar academics, we have the DVC academics, etc., until in the end, your case will reach the VC. Then we have another thing, minimum employee turnover, that is stability of tenure of personnel. Stability of tenure of personnel, you are to be assured. For example, now we have the interns. Those who are teaching in junior secondary are interns. Most of them are interns. There is no job stability. There is no surety that your tenure will be renewed. So there was need for people to be stabilized by giving them permanent and pensionable employment terms. Then there is the issue of initiative. Those people who do not have goodwill for the institution want to be terminated. The managers should encourage and develop subordinate initiative to be to the fullest. You come up with an idea. Even in our class, we should come up with an idea to improve the way things are being done. We should come up with ideas that will build our relationship, that will build our understanding, that will build our completion of the course, that will make us understand even more and more. Then finally, we have this spirit de corps. That is the importance of teamwork. There is need for teamwork. You can't move alone. I started by saying there is no way you will move alone. You need to move with others. There is no way 421E alone or 411 or 423 will make you pass your examination. No way. You need all other courses. You need to apportion your time to PSY so that you may get the grades that will allow you to move to the next class. So much on that, and sorry for the inconvenience. I'm very sorry. I thought I was talking to you people. I had left you people very far. Now, what did he conclude? The management is considered a primary business activity, and this theory provides detailed guidelines for managers. So managers are supposed to follow those things that have been mentioned to enable them achieve what they are supposed to. Now we go to the next one. The next theory is the bureaucratic theory. The next one is the bureaucratic theory. Na hii kitu ilitoka wapi yenye nafunga mambo yangu? Hey, like that, Mark, you are not telling me to move. I was hiding my screen to a certain level. So we have the bureaucratic management, which is also one of the classical theories. What was the emphasis? The emphasis of the classical or the bureaucratic theory was there was need for the organization to operate in a rational manner. Approach is based by this man, the proponent of sociologists. He's a sociologist who worked so hard to make us understand the issue of bureaucracy. What is bureaucracy? It's administration of an organization through departments and subdivisions. Through departments. We have a school, SOE, but it has so many other branches. We have education arts students on board, but we have different combinations. We have education science on board, but we have different combinations. So these combinations allow us to take part where we feel we are very comfortable. Where we are comfortable, that is where we take part. So this is the father of modern bureaucracy, and he came up with that idea. Can we move on? What are the characteristics of ideal bureaucracy? What are the characteristics? Even without telling you, you should be able to know. Even without telling you what the characteristics are, you should be able to know. We have the first one as well-defined hierarchy of offices. I have already told you about what it means. Each office has a specified function. For example, if you have an issue with EPM 411, EPM 421, EPM 321, EPM, we have room 118 for our COD and room 128 for the course lecturers. So each office has a specific role that is supposed to be undertaken to assist the customers. Then we have the second one. Sasa hizi zimetoka wapi zenye zimeenda na mimi niko kwa characteristics? Makdiwe umeenda wapi na mimi niko characteristics? I'm on characteristics. I'm on characteristics. And the other one is reading EPM 411. Let me continue. I'm not going to be taken aback. There is the number 2, there is selection of office holders on basis of technical qualification. You are qualified to be in that office. If you don't qualify to be there, then you should not be given that job. For example, somebody has done mathematics. Then you are given to head English. It can't happen. You are not qualified. You will not work well in that area where you've been designated. And when it came to appointments, certificates, diplomas, degrees could provide evidence. The issue of people being employed without papers should not exist. And that's exactly what is happening now. Then we also have the issue of remuneration. We have the issue of remuneration. What is it? It should be fixed. You should not be paid today. You did a lot of work, you are paid more. Yesterday, you did not come, you are not paid. The following day, you are given half of what you are paid. The salary should be fixed so that you can plan for what you do. And that is exactly what is happening now. Our salaries are fixed. When you go out, your salary will be fixed. When now you finish a certain period, then you get promotion, your salary will be increased. Then we have office holders are expected to perform their functions independently of their personal bias. You should not carry issues concerning your family to that office. What does that mean? Don't employ your child, don't employ your wife to work in the same office. Don't carry issues, personal issues to that place. You must address issues with a lot of decorum. Then now we come to conclusion of the classical theories. Conclusion, what do classical theories say? What do we learn from classical theories? From these theories, several principles have emerged. Several principles have emerged. Principle number 1, the hierarchy of office. Up to today, we have hierarchy. Number 2, principle of chain of command. Yes, it is there today. There is chain of command in workplace, in our families, in our community. Even we have the Nyumba Kumi. From Nyumba Kumi, you come to the Liguru. From the Liguru, you go now to the sub-chief. We have the village administrator. We have the chief. We have all those. There is a chain of command. Division of labor. You don't do everything alone. It is there. Then number 4, we have specialization. Very true. Specialization is there. That is why Demtila is teaching EPM 411. That is why Dr. Ichaune will teach EPM 423. That is why somebody else is teaching ESM, I don't know, 411 or 4 what. What are the limitations? What are the shortcomings? What are the things that draw these particular theories back? One, the theories developed through assumptions. People assumed. People just made conclusion that if we do this, it will work. If we do this, it will work. They were not exposed to any practical or any research. Number two, principles were broad and general. Like the 14 principles, there are just too many. You can't manage all of them. You can't be perfect or smart in all of them. Then number three, we have theories tend to concentrate on internal management. They are not exposing people on external issues. There are other issues that will come from outside that are likely to disturb and disorient your working. Then traditional theories were too mechanical, something that is not based on any research. There was a lot of assumption. There was a lot of assumption in them. Then now we go to the next one. We are, after conclusion, we go to the next one. I hope I'm being seen. I hope I'm being seen, Mark D. Niko ama nimepotea tena? Somebody from the screen, SMS there and say we are seeing you. Just say we are seeing the screen. If the screen is there, you can note something on the screen showing that actually we have the second group. The second group, which is behavioral management theory. Behavioral management theory. The other one was classical theories. The first one was, we are not seeing, what do I do? Just listen, I'll forward the notes kindly. Just listen, because of time, there could be a hitch on my sharing, or maybe the fluctuation in the network. I can see my Wi-Fi is not very strong. Maybe that fluctuation is actually giving me issues. We have human relations approach under behavioral management theories. Now, before I start talking about the human relations approach, I will mention what are they? What are they? There are two major theories here. There are two major theories in the behavioral management theory. We are getting the word from behavior. So, meaning there is practicing, there is motivation, there is teamwork, and there is collaboration. Those things cannot miss in the human relations theory. And under the human relation theory, we are not going to look at all the ones that I've listed. I will look at two, then the others you will look at them on your own. So we have classical theories put emphasis on organization structure. That is what the classical theories did. They introduced the structure, but the main proponent of these theories is to include, the main proponents of the human relations theory is to include Mary, Elton Mayo, Herbert Simon, Douglas McGregor, and Frederick Hesbach. Those are the proponents of human relations theory. Now, who is this Mary? Who is this Mary? When we talk of Mary, who is she? I hope I will go to the next one. If I'm not wrong, you will get the notes kindly. The screen has refused to see you. So, Mary laid focus between interaction. There was supposed to be interaction between and among people. Human relations, it means interaction. Human must interact. People must come together. People must shake hands. People must people must speak to each other. So she talked about organizations having human relations at their best when organizations can have human relations at their best when differences between people are solved through conferencing or cooperation. For us to have harmony in our institutions, for us to work together, for us to have peace, for us to behave as humans, we must solve our differences. We must finish our differences before we go to sleep. So those of you who are carrying fellows in their chests, ati tutasameana binguni, hakuna binguni. Wewe samea mwenzako leo ndio uende binguni. So please iron your issues. That is Mary saying, iron your issues before working together. It enables one to have the human approach. It enables one to have peace. And what else did she say? She said, when interests evoke each other,
na hiyo community kuna first year alikuwa ananipigia simu by the way. Kuna first year ameniambia mimi sijaelewa kwa WhatsApp.
Ambia aulize wenzako waliingia.
Hawajui yeye anakuja late.
Akikuja late. Hiyo hata sio shida yako daktari.
Sasa kama nipigia message, nikamuuliza who gave you my number? Me I don't teach first year. Just given me my number. Your number daktari, can you help me?
Kulikuwa na 2 weeks of
Hakukuja.
Maybe alikuwa na reason. Kama na report Friday, it's always good kuuliza. This fear,
Sasa unajua shida kwamba anauliza nani? Hajui first year. Sio kuna first year na second year na third year na fourth year. Sasa hiyo behavior ya zivi ya never first year.
Kama hajui first year siende kwa department.
That is why sasa amenipigia mimi. Hata amepewa namba yangu.
Akienda kwa department, atapata namba ya class kwa department. Namba za class rep ziko kwa department. Sasa hiyo namba ya class rep hiyo ndiye anaanza kuhangaika nayo.
Mimi nilikutoa gari kwa department atoe namba ya class rep.
Hivyo.
Sasa shida.
Sasa mimi nimekuambia na wewe hiyo ndio tunaambiwa. Aende kwa department. Akishafika department, kila kitu atamsaidia. Hata maybe kuna WhatsApp group hapo. Yenye waliform ya department yao. Yet yenye tuliform is specifically for audit issues. Lakini unaweza kuwa na vitu zenu ndani ya department.
Sasa hamna ya tarehe. Because
I think
tumeanza
sana last year. Ndio kumekuwa na some changes. So naweza sema going forward. Lakini kurudi sana. Lakini going forward.
Mbona umeleft?
We will maintain that.
Hauko angalia kwa hiyo Google Meet niko na mimi na wewe.
Sasa kuna ndio alternative iko kwa sasa. Lakini
Ungabadilisha umeleft unless you join
I'm closing this meeting, this class in the next for a break of 5 minutes and rejoin exactly at this time. Yani wasijue kwa ina break. Wafikirie wengi unafanya nini? Wengi umestop.
after 40 minutes.
After 40 minutes. So ikisha tu hivi tena naingia fresh.
Then nawatumia link nyingine tena.
No, na hiyo itakuwa assembly.
Oh ya Zoom. But na break.
Na break. Account yetu unajua tulirumisha kwa basic. So tuwalisahau walituachia the numbers. So unajua kama Zoom ya individual wewe inakuanga wanakupatia only 100 people. Alafu ina break 40 minutes. Lakini hii kuna license license tunakuanga nayo ile ya 1000. So walituachia the numbers 1000. But ina break. So ikiwa kama tu class zile za kitambo zenye tulikuwa tunafunza kwa shule ile ya 40 minutes. So unachapa ikifika 35 minutes. Naambia let's take a slight break. Let's take a slight break, but nafunga. So just join the same link after 5 minutes. At exactly, hata uambie after 5 minutes. Join exactly. Sema kama ni 10 tunaanza 10. Unajua ikifika 10:40 itakatika. Sema join at exactly 10:41. Sasa hawatajua ati ni break. Hii yani ni local arrangement.
Also it means it will break.
It's also for me it's also a bit good because unaona mwenye anaweza weka tu hivi. Unajua venye watu behave kwa
The lecture in the next 2 minutes. Yes, hello.
Bora so long as it's recording its on. Anaiacha hapo hivyo.
Hello.
So utakuwa unafikiria mtu ako kwa meeting na mtu hayuko kwa meeting.
By the way.
Unaona hiyo hata hiyo.
Yes, hello. Hii maneno ni ngumu. Wa.
I also find it's also part of break hivi. Ndio wale wanaenjoy. Ile ni class nilikuwa nayo. Hiyo mtu anaweza tu join hivi. Anaweka simu hapo. So utakuwa unajiongelesha hapo. Hiyo ndio unaweza toa moja. Lakini nyingine ya YouTube.
Are you now seeing?
So life you must be in Kibabii. So I wait
The network I've discovered situating. Are you able to see now? Students, are you with me? Are you there? Nafikiria ni network fluctuation, wifi ina fluctuate.
Sawa, tuko kwa human relationship approach. Can continue.
Wow, thank you very much. Hey. So, comrades, you will understand. Hii lazima tu muelewe because it's not me doing, it is my Wi-Fi that is fluctuating. So I was talking about the classical theories, saying I had gone far. I had gone far, had finished with Mary Follett. I was on human relations theory. I had started human relations theory where I had talked about Mary. I had talked about Mary Parker Follett and say the approach focused on the interaction between and among people in a kind. That one I had explained. But before you work well, you must iron your issues. You must solve your issues. You can see I'm soon disappearing. Don't worry.
I tell them, can you discuss that question in 5 minutes? Then you
have inaonyeshanga 10 minutes.
Then I give them a question.
And in the next 10 minutes, kwanza hata wao wataona hiyo analysis. will be taking a break in the next 10 minutes. There's a question I'm giving you. Sasa it's as in a countdown to ukiona. They'll give you this question. Please, or discuss. Discuss and discuss. Ambia, try to.
Or we just have a break for 5 minutes, then we come back.
Try to think through this idea. So we are joining back. Please rejoin. Please rejoin after. No, so ukiambia after 5 minutes. Ambia to the exact time. Please rejoin at exactly.
Kama nimeanza 11, isimaanisha ata stop at 11:40. Na nawaambia sasa rejoin at 11:45.
Just 2 minutes. Hata usiambie sasa. Kwa sababu yao unajua katika hiyo ukiklik kwa link unafungua tu video. Hata wewe utafungua tu video baada ya. So naambia unajua ikienda 5 wanaweza anza kukula into the other time. Naambia let's break for just 2 minutes. Join immediately. So venye yao itakatika hivi. Tena wanajoin. Inaanzianga
Sasa hii problem mtaresolve ama itakuwa tu the whole semester? We need to be resolved so that we now just run classes continuously.
We are looking at that. I don't know. The matter is in court.
In court again?
Yeah. The whole issue is not the university. The whole issue is Ruto.
What has Ruto done now?
You know, we cannot procure anything.
Paka alete pesa ya e-citizen.
In EGP. Na kitu inaitwa EGP. Your online procurement. So we are not able to procure anything because Zoom is an international.
Join waambie let us meet maybe next time. Join to alafu
Nataka nielewe kwa sababu sitaki kesho nikuwa na class nyingi.
Na class tutaanza na moja alafu tuone.
Nitajaribu kesho.
Sasa na hiyo break itabidi tuende YouTube. Ingawa kutakuwa na link ya YouTube. Tutakuwa tunashare. So ikiwa tupa nje
Sasa natufanyia mambo gani haya jamani? Unajua kuna masystem. Hakuna wenye procure without any procurement.
You cannot procure without.
Na wenye Kibabii ndio headquarters. Ya kila kitu. Vitu kitu hao ndio wanapanga namba 1. Ni kama kuna kitu stafili, yani nisumbue wanamtisha. I feel so frustrated. Hata liki kinisumbua. Imagine I just get affected. I don't know why. Niingie class nitoke tena niingie. Naanza kufeel it's like I'm not competent.
Especially if you cannot buy if the supplier
itabidi nitakwanga nikifanyia nini na record OBS na record masauti za tu. Itabidi nitafute place quiet. Wale ndio wanafunzi wananiambia sasa hivi tunasikiza umbea. Ndio mtiwe na amepotea.
Thank you.
Sawa sawa ndo. Bo mwangalie kwa YouTube. Si acha niwaambie tu tutakutana next time 20 class. For years, I have been trying to reach out the lecturers, like the way the place she is, there's issues with the internet. So for years, we wish you to have a nice afternoon. as we plan to have another lesson again next week. I promise next week should be better than today, so bear with us. We can call it a day. Meanwhile, we are working on the e-learning so that you can log in and access the content there. Have a fabulous evening. So allow me to end this lesson so that you opt out to other important things that you are planning. Asante. Hivi kusikia? No. Wewe unaongea. Ulikuwa unaongea.
Lakini unajua nini? You just have to look for a convenient place. I tried. You don't know. So nasikia umbea.
That's 300. Hiyo pesa ilikuwa gani? Ilikuwa ni pesa kama
Alikuwa anafunza hii PDF. Common Core Skill.